Okay. I think that's gonna work. If not, I don't know what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're starting over. Tonight we're gonna try to do the I'm finished in Africa. I'm using my first coordinate system that I did. Let me make sure I have my everything marked. Okay, so we have prime meridian, equator, 20 degrees east, 40 degrees east, 60 degrees east, and then this would be 20 degrees west. This is 20 degrees south, 20 degrees north, 40 degrees north, 40 degrees south. We should not touch these top ones. And then also our map is going to be in between 60 degrees east and 20 degrees west. So I'm going to be a little bit more cautious this time and a little bit more careful. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Okay. Okay. I feel like it's sliding down a little bit. Okay. So, again, we are going to start right here at about halfway between 20 degrees east and the prime meridian. That's where we're going to start the coast, the west coast. And this time I'm going to go south because I didn't have much luck going north. We're just going to kind of go out. It kind of goes out and then comes slightly back. And then before we get to 20 degrees south, we're going to go out a little bit and then come back like that. So see that line? That's our first one. Right here. And then we're going to cross over 20 degrees south and then the Tropic of Capricorn down here. And we're going to kind of, it's going to kind of angle. We're kind of going towards 20 degrees east. And right, let's say about 3/4 of a way. It's going to go out a little bit like that. And then come back in. So just like that. And if you think, where did my marker go? Just so you can see it better while I'm going along. You can kind of outline it. So you can see. Find a good color. Yellow is probably not a good color. I want some red. So see, we got. Oh, that's not very good. Oh, here's my red, my purple one. Okay. Right here. Okay, now so we're at 20 degrees east. We're in South Africa. So we're going to make a line from here to here. And we're going to kind of go out. Make like a little curve like that. And then we're going to come up ever so slightly. Curve it out. Past the Tropic of Capricorn again. And then touch 20 south. And that, now we're in Mozambique. Now, we might have some issues when we get to actually doing the countries. There are 48 countries in Africa, the continental Africa right now. 54 total with island nations. And, you know, it's a lot. And there's some little small ones in there. So we're going to do our best. Okay, so we're at 40, the intersection, well, we're at 40 degree, we're to the west of 40 degrees east and at 20 degrees south on the line, and we're gonna go up. And we're gonna actually start to go east, cross over 40 degrees east, just over 40 degrees east like this. Then we're gonna go back over, and then that's a little bit too, okay, it's actually more gradual than that. Let's go back. See, this is why you need a pencil. This is why you need to do this in pencil. Don't be, and actually, I don't like this at all. Okay. If you weren't, that's why. So don't be like teacher and get too full of yourself about trying to do things in marker. Okay. So this is more of a gradual thing right here. Now, that's a little bit too far. There's just kind of like, South Africa is a little bit curved, and then it starts to go up, and it's really, really just gradual. Little bitty fluffy coastline. A little bit, see, I'm still a little bit too close to, I'm gonna set my marker right here. So really the where we'll end up is gonna be maybe like 3/4 of a way. Maybe I'll go, and then so we're about 3/4 that way, and we're gonna make a little curve, like little scallops here, and then we're gonna come out. That's a little bit better. I'm happier with that. Okay, now we're going over 20 degrees south, and we're gonna go towards the 40 degrees east and kind of dance around 40 degrees east, a little bit up the coast, come back in and make another curve, a very, very gradual, not very, very gradual curve. And then gonna go back out this way. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm gonna go ahead and highlight it with the pink marker so you can see what I've done so far. Now we're gonna start this is actually gonna be the horn here, Somalia, sorry. Okay, so we're going over the equator, and we're gonna kind of jut out. We're gonna set this as my point right here. I'm gonna go out to here, and then we're gonna curve back towards 40 degrees east, come back up, and then that's Somalia. I could go ahead and we'll do the countries in a minute. Oh, too much mouth. Okay, so that's the horn. We got we're gonna come back to get to 20 north, and go like this. That's that. It's kind of taking shape. You know, when you're doing it in segments like this, don't worry too much. Just try to focus on your grid. As long as you're in your grid, you're all right. So we're at 20 degrees north right here. So we're not going to get anywhere close really to 40 degrees north. That's in Europe. Turkey's right here. goes right to the boot of Italy. And we're going to go up. Start to go up gradually, kind of an incline. And I'm going to stop about halfway. That's Egypt. Right there. And we're going to go across. And then stop when we get to 20 degrees east. Okay, so we're gonna kind of dip down. Coast kind of goes down, and then maybe it's not too far. We're gonna go gradually up, gradually. About halfway, we're going to go up a little bit and start. It's Tunisia, Algeria. And then, so, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I'm going to go ahead and do the, before I get too comfortable here. So, because we should actually be, this one doesn't decline that much actually. So you kind of have your little thing, and then it kind of goes across here. So it should be like this point where it hits the prime zero, the prime meridian. It's kind of through back, you know, maybe like 3/4 of the way, a quarter of the way to 40 degrees. Like Spain is right here. The Iberian, the Strait of Gibraltar's right around here, so you're getting a little bit close to 40 degrees north. So, but it is somewhat of a decline. And then we're gonna come around. We're gonna go across over, and then there's like a little boop, little horn. Little peninsula right there where the Spain's right here. Oops. And then it's gonna come around. Oh, it's actually gonna come around. You can hear my cat probably. So yeah, okay, now we're gonna go out. And that's actually a pretty good position right there, right? About right there. So see, I feel pretty good about that. Top of Africa. So I'm going to use my marker now. So there you go. Alright. So we're going to kind of, see, we're not hitting 20 degrees west. We're going to kind of dance around there, come down, and then not quite. We went a little bit too far. A little bit too far there. We don't want to go quite halfway. And then we're going to come down. We get over about the halfway mark. We're going to come back this way. Now we're going to go over the prime meridian right there. That looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Then we're going to go do the, what is this? This is the Gulf of Guinea right here. Just going to go in just a little bit, come back down, and go like this and neat the line we already made. That looks really good. That is much better. I feel much better about that than I did last night. Like that. Boom. I'm a little bit worried about countries, if I'm being quite honest. Let's see what we can do about those. Alright, where should we start? Let's start with the easy ones. To me, the northern ones are kind of easy. And again, I have to put a disclaimer here because Africa changes so much. Actually, there was a country, there's a new country on here that has changed in the last couple of years. There's always, this is why this is a physical geography map, so I'm not really worried about the political geography or the place name geography because they're very political, and Africa is constantly changing. People are, when the Europeans colonized it, they named them things. They messed up the order that was there already, and now people are fighting and taking things back, and it's not necessarily it's good to keep up with, but for the purposes of this class, it's not something we have to strictly adhere to, if that makes sense. But we will try. So we have up here where this little point is Morocco. And it looks something, it kind of goes along the coast right here. So this is 0 right here. You're going to kind of start where the little point is, and you're going to kind of come down. As a matter of fact, if you don't want to do the countries, I'm going to do my best to attempt the countries, because I don't even know why I'm trying to attempt the countries. So pretty much Morocco is just like trying to use the coastline to kind of help me, but it's kind of a hard country. I think I started with the hardest one. It's like this. Okay, no. See, now here's another thing why it's hard to get countries. Let's just I hate to say let's nix it. See, our map is we have distortion in our map because we were following. So the size of the map really isn't conducive to what it is supposed to be. So, you know what? I'm gonna let you vote. You want to do the countries, and we can do the countries when we do the physical. That might be easier anyway, so we can do the physical geography and then go through the countries too. That might be easier. I will give you I'll give you a tour of the current countries as they are today. How about that? That sounds like a good plan. You to now focus on the map.